Well, to recap tonight's playoff game, the NL wildcard game between the Atlanta Braves and St. Louis Cardinals. Um, I was in attendance tonight, and as you can see, Braves Nation all day. Um, I've never been more disgusted with an officiating crew than I have tonight. I've never seen a game umpired worse than that in my entire life, or even anything close to it. Being at Turner Field as one of 50,000 people that sold out the stadium, with it being Chipper Jones' last game, you know, ever since I'm 21 years old now. I was born in 91 on April the 24th. Same as Chipper's birthday, ironically. But since I was about 4 years old, all I've ever cared about is Braves baseball. Live, breathe, and eat that. Um, my whole life, I've never seen a Braves team that hasn't had the number 10 out there. So next year is really going to be different in that aspect. But back to the game itself. Um, it just seemed, from being there in that point of view, every time the Braves had a chance to score tonight, every time we got a hit that gave us maybe runner in scoring position with one out, the umpires found a way to take it away, whether it be the interference call on Simmons when the Cardinals hit him in the head. I don't understand how exactly that works. I think it was bull. But then in my life, I've never seen an infield fly go halfway into the outfield. Personally, I'm not going to say that the Cardinals paid the umpires off, as which a lot of people say, but what I do think is something's going on there. And I don't mean the Cardinals are involved in it in any way. Let me get that uh, point across, because Braves and Cardinals, I personally think, have always gotten quite along there. Um, I have heard that Cardinal fans have been mocking us with that whole infield fly chant, so that's really not cool. I mean, whether you want to admit it or not, it was bullcrap tonight. The Braves did play bad on defense, giving up the 3 errors, which led to, I believe, 3 or 4 runs. But so in that aspect, that was our fault. But as far as the interference call, that cost us 2 runs by itself, and then which would have made it 6-5 as it is, and then the infield fly roll, which would have had the bases loaded, 1 out with Brian McCann. You got to figure something was going to happen there. The Braves take the lead, tie it up, whatever. I mean, this game really should have gone a lot different than it did, but the umpires just wouldn't let that happen. I did stay behind, probably till about 9:30. We were waiting on Chipper, which didn't end up happening anyway. I'm not exactly sure why. But let me go back to one point. The fans throwing trash onto the field. Most people looking back on it would say it was classless. It looks juvenile, but sorry, with the way the umpires did us today, I don't regret any of my fellow Braves Nation members throwing trash at them. They deserved it. And you can call me stupid or whatever you want for saying that, but one rule here in Atlanta: Um, you don't mess with our Braves. You don't do it. They've been our pride and joy for as long as I can remember anyway, my whole life, since 91. I love the Braves more than any team in the city, if you can't tell in the repertoire. I am glad to say that I was there for Chipper's last home game this past Sunday on the versus the Mets, and I will have seen his last game of his career. Um, Even though we should be playing on Sunday. But as far as the Cardinals go, like I said, I don't really blame them for the loss, but seeing them move on to the World Series again would probably sicken me to this point. So, and I've heard a lot of Braves fans saying this: we want the Nationals to beat the Cardinals now. So, from Braves country, if any Nationals fans see this, help us out, beat the Cardinals. Um, and at that point, if you can beat the Giants or the Reds too, go ahead, whatever. Can't really describe how disappointing tonight is. It's just I feel like we've been robbed, to be honest with you. Like it was stolen away from us. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Knowing that that was the last game that number 10 will be on the field, knowing now we have to prepare for 2013. What's gonna happen? Is Michael Bourne gonna be back? Is Prado gonna be moved to third? I mean, what's the team gonna look like next year? So I don't even know. Um, all I got to say at this point is go Nationals. Um, Chipper, I know you're not going to see this, but I might as well give you a shout out anyway. Thank you for everything you've done in the 19 years. None of us are ever going to forget you, and we can't wait to see you next year when they put that number 10 up in the rafters at Turner Field. Because, in my personal opinion, it should be up there. Okay. Happens. I had a feeling this morning when I woke up that, for the first time in my life, I really didn't have any worries going to see a playoff game. I felt like the Braves were definitely gonna take the Cardinals easily today. And after seeing David Ross's two-run home run go over the wall, I remember the first thing I said was, "We're all right now." But it didn't happen that way. So, congrats to the Cardinals, I guess, for moving on despite the crappy officiating. But you know, I guess next year again. Oh my God. Just wish we could have sent Chipper out on a high note, but I know he's not gonna have any regrets. So I'm gonna sit here and whine like a baby, I guess. Um, Again, worst officiating I've ever seen. I didn't throw anything at the umpires, but I wish I could have. Anyway, go Braves. See you next year on April 1st in 2013. Braves Nation for life. Always and forever. Go Braves. And we're going to miss you, Chipper. See you later, man.